Hi, Mr. Tsai. Thank you for coming today.
Nice to meet you, Louis.
Nice to meet you. Coming in for the interview. Come on.
Sure thing.
Hi, Mr. Tsai. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
I'm an international student from China.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and my current major is information system.
So you're a student.
Yes, I am.
Where do you go to school at?
For now, I go to Seattle Pacific University.
Oh, how do you like it here?
I feel like people are friendly around here, and the academic environment is awesome. To be honest.
It feels different than China?
Well, a lot different because people here are pretty talkative and open to other peoples, including me, regardless of the race and their sexual orientations.
Oh, you're saying that in America that like your fellow student classmates are more outgoing, more
Yes.
is that what you're saying
Absolutely.
than the average students in China?
Yeah, they're more outgoing than student in China. By average, yes.
Oh, so how long have you been living here? Your English is pretty great.
Oh, thank you. I've spent 5 years here.
Wow, 5 years.
Mm.
So you were in Pacific Seattle Pacific University
Yes.
for the whole 5 years.
I spent 2.5 years there. Before that, I went to Seattle Central College.
Oh,
Yeah, a little college.
right.
Okay.
That's what I did before I transferred to University of Bothell.
Yeah.
So 5 years, huh?
Mm, quite a time.
Quite a time. Is it worth living abroad? I mean, I'm from China too. Like a lot of my other friends are having like homesick issues, like, and they're complaining about spending so much money in here. Is that part of your concern, or like, do you think it's worth to spend that much money and your time, energy to get a diploma? And then what's your plan later for future?
First of all, to be honest, the homesick problem is not my concern. Second, to answer your question, I feel like I just part of my plan to get a diploma here. To get a diploma, and after that, I'll go for an internship via optional practical training. Then I may get a graduate degree after that. I have a pretty seamless plan for my life.
Oh, so it sounds like you like it living here. So you wanna stay in America after your school?
Well, it depends, but you are pretty much right on this because getting a graduate degree will cost probably extra 2 years above my 5 years that I've already spent in the States.
Oh, nice. And why did you choose Seattle at the first place? I mean, why didn't you go to Las Vegas or New York or like Los Angeles, all those big cities? And who did you choose the school yourselves?
Oh, yes, I did. So, New York, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles, they are pretty awesome cities, and lot of my former classmates, they more or less had a great time there. But for me, I personally like rain. I like humid climates, so that's why I chose Seattle.
Oh, so studying abroad for you more like changing a lifestyle than other students. They are maybe just pursuing a diploma here, right? This is what you need. That's what you want.
Yes and no, because living in a humid climate, Seattle's rain is pretty unpredictable, and you cannot walk around during spring without an umbrella, and yes, to live here, it really fits it really fits and fosters my lifestyle, as well as getting a diploma through 5 years of academics studies.
That sounds really study. And also, like since we're talking about the rain, right? I also have a question for you that I was gonna ask you later. So, but like, what was your feeling when you first arrived in Seattle? Like, I mean, you knew that there was rain, right? And when you first arrived here, did you feel the same? Like you ever imagined, or it's different? totally different. What did you feel when you first arrived at the United States?
I felt like, first of all, I felt like I was just someone who just got off the boat, fresh off boat. And except for that, I didn't feel any uncomfortable about the rainy climate in Seattle.
Do you have any like suggestion, like tips for fellow like new international students from China, maybe in the future? I mean, like, what do you have like suggestion for them?
Well, my suggestion to newcomers, I would say to investigate more, to get to know more, to gather more knowledge, to create a vision that will aid you to create your own unique direction of study and living.
Yeah, that's what school taught you, right?
Somehow, and the college of life.
Right, of course. And what's the difference between China and the United States? Like when you first come here, I assume that your English wasn't that great. English was your second language, right? Yes. Was there any like obstacles or challenges, like coming to your life? Do you have a little story you can tell us? Maybe to other international students, maybe they can learn something from this small story.
Yeah, first of all, I like to use a verse from the scripture, also known as Holy Bible. James verse 20, because the human anger does not appreciate the righteousness of the God's desires. So, back in 2014 and 15, I sometimes I tend to get panic when I encounter some sort of problem throughout academia and life. I used to feel panic, but after I read a bit of scripture, including the one I just used, I just feel like, wow, there's not really much thing to worry about and to panic about when the hardship just throw upon your heads. There's nothing to worry or panic at first place. Because we come here, we are to study not only from the books, from the instructor, but also from the college of life. The stuff I experienced, they taught me much.
Oh, so Kai, you're a religious person, huh?
Somehow.
Okay. Is that one of the reasons you get into Seattle Pacific University? Because I know that's a Christian school, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Based on Methodist Christian Church.
Wow. So, what did you feel when you first taking a Christian class in university? I assume that you don't have it in China because I'm from there too.
Well, we had university foundation class 3100 and 3000, and those class taught scripture and theology. So what I've learned and what I've heard a lot is the term love. From the First Corinthians, it says, "Love is kind. It's not boast. It's not proud. It's just something that you can spread with grace." But since I grew up in an atheist, without God's environment, in China, we suggest no God except for Lao Tian, and learning of scripture did place a lot of hardship because I have hard time studying the scripture and the story within it, as well as the connection between the stories, especially the Psalm section, because Psalm section consists with lots of poems, which needs extensive reading and research to understand them.